Hey, young girl. We are back with a new episode this week. I want to start by saying thank you to who all have been watching, listening, sharing, commenting on the platform. Hey, Young Girl can be found on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube, Instagram, or wherever you search and listen to your podcasts. There is the audio version and the video version as well of the podcast. And again, thank you, thank you. So today I want to talk about staying the course. A lot of times, a lot of us start things and in the hopes of maybe creating a legacy, building generation wealth, and just creating entrepreneurship for ourselves, whatever it may be that you chose to give your time and all of your efforts in your money into. We all have our humble beginnings, humble starts. A lot of very successful people have said that they have failed multiple times, but it did not stop them from continuing on the course of the plan that they have set out for themselves. As you grow and you learn and you put in the work, and the results eventually will come. A lot of times we go to doubting ourselves based on sometimes the numbers that you're looking at, um the growth in whatever you're doing. It could be up and down sometimes, but sometimes it is that way. It happens that way. Look at Amazon and a lot of these successful people, they started sometimes in their garage, and nobody thought their idea was successful. And now look at Amazon, how big he has become. So, he stayed the course and he developed something that was monumental and is still around so many, many years later. But it wasn't something that took off in the beginning for them. You may get a lot of roadblocks. You may get little tests that, test you to see if this is something that you really want to do. People that may not believe in you or agree what it is that you're doing. And, it may be a test to say, well, if they don't support you, if they walk away from what it is that you're doing, are you going to get fearful that you're going to start losing everybody because of this dream you have? Are you going to stay the course if you're not making big numbers, or you aren't seeing the conversion early on, or, you haven't, have all of these followers based on the content you putting out? Are you going to stay the course anyway? A lot of successful content creators also have very humble beginnings, and they stayed the course, and maybe 8 to 10 years later, sometimes it may take that long, they're seeing mega success. So are you willing to, go through not seeing the numbers and seeing the sales roll in and the follower count going up? And, are you going to stay the course through all of that to see your success? Because sometimes it may take that, Or are you going to sacrifice your nights out, or your extra money to put back into the business, or the time after work to put into the work of building your business or your brand? Are you going to stay the course? Not all the times it may not be monetarily or growth in the numbers, but it may be an actual human being coming to say that, hey, something I saw that you did or showed or taught or, shared with me really made a big difference in my life. So stay the course, y'all. And thank you all who have continued to show up and support Hey Young Girl, the podcast. I really appreciate it. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye.